Awesome. Hey guys, welcome to yet another episode of Camp K12 TV. And well, my name is Niharika, and I am ready with popcorns and book today. I am not even going to tell you guys what is Camp K12 and what are we doing here because today we have a special super coder. So it's not one of my students, it's actually my teacher, I should say, and teacher to many other people. And that's none other than the CEO of Camp K12, the founder and CEO of Camp K12, Anshul Bhagi. So, Anshul, can we have you here?
Hey,
I
hi.
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 I just planned that I'm not going to do anything in the beginning because you're like the best person to tell about Camp K12 and TV and everything. And I'm just going to be ready with my book and with popcorns and let the Santa Claus of the evening take over.
I brought my popcorn as well because today we're
Oh,
talking about so many things, featuring so many student projects as well.
yeah.
We have an Unocoder competition that we have to announce.
Yes.
Various things that I brought my popcorn as well, guys. Nice to be here. Very
Yes.
excited to be here.
So, welcome to Camp K12, and thank you so much for doing this again because after Diwali, everyone went crazy and they wanted to even ask a lot of questions to you. So, before I hand it over to you to just start the evening and help us learn a lot of things about Camp K12 and coding, everyone please go to App Store, Play Store, and download the Camp K12 app if you haven't because today on the app you'll get a button which says ask Anshul and you can ask anything. Oh, amazing. He's yeah,
Right
yeah.
here.
Yes. So just click on ask Anshul and I will get to ask him any questions that you wanted. And after last time's episode everyone went crazy and they had like so many more questions to ask. So guys, this is the time. And Anshul, I'm just going to hand it over to you. What all are we going to do today before I leave? If you can just
Sure.
give us an idea.
So, guys, you guys asked for a lot of things today, and so we have an action-packed episode.
Yes.
We're going to start by coding a New Year's and Christmas themed 3D game using Camp K12's own VR and 3D coding platform, which you guys now know. It's called Hatch. And then, guys, we have so many things to announce. I want to share with you a product that our engineering team is finally ready to release, which will let you code your own 3D game, starting with a 3D Mario game using step-by-step instructions. Some of you have a hint about what it is, but you haven't seen it yet. And we'll be announcing that today. We'll give you a first glimpse. I'll also open that product and I'll show you how to use it. Then we have, I think, some winners to announce. We were doing an Unocoder competition the last couple weeks, and we had thousands of projects uploaded, tens of thousands of votes submitted. We'd like to announce the top 3 contestants for that contest. And then you guys get a chance to ask me anything via the mobile app that you just saw. At the top of the mobile app, you will see a question form. Fill that out, and Niharika and I will be looking at that. I'm very happy to answer questions. This is a very special moment for me and very special event for me because it's a chance for me to hear directly from you and to talk directly to you. So our team will be taking the questions you ask in the chat thread in the YouTube live chat, as well as in the app, and sharing those with me at the end of the session.
Great.
So action-packed episode.
Yes,
Looking
and
forward to it.
I can't wait to start it. So I'm going to hand it over to you. Please do tell everyone what are we doing here, and I will see you with the Unocoder winners after you have taught us many things. So I'm going to do everything else that you do on the
Sounds great.
on my laptop.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Niharika. Thanks for the very warm introduction with this group of people. Guys, this is my happy moment. I used to code a lot in my childhood. I started coding when I was 12 years old and coded games all through my school days and then started building apps, started building websites. I ended up coding even through college. I was at MIT. I studied computer science there, and I haven't stopped coding since then. And this is, for me, a very special chance to share something that I love, my own hobby, which is to code. And I still code games, by the way. This product, Hatch, which some of you guys use in our classes, Hatch is a product that the very first version of it I started building while I was still at Harvard, and have loved to keep contributing code to it. So today I'll be sharing my hobby of coding with all of you. Camp K12, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, who do not know what Camp K12 is or are not part of the family, Camp K12, think of it like an online school for skills that are not taught in school. And we're trying to provide those skills to you in the comfort of home, in the convenience of home, in a way that lets you learn from the best teachers across the globe and the best curriculum across the globe. For about 10 years, we have been teaching coding to kids across the world and have built coding curriculum for app development, for game development, 2D game development, as well as 3D game development, for next-gen technologies like virtual reality and augmented reality, for artificial intelligence, machine learning, and made that curriculum accessible to young students. Because once upon a time, I was also a young student learning coding, and I saw how fun it is to be able to build things that are in your mind. Coding gives you the power to create anything that you can imagine. And today we're going to take the occasion of Christmas and the occasion of the upcoming New Year's Eve and create a three-dimensional game for to celebrate that. And you're going to create a project that you can share with your family members and your friends. And I'm actually going to end with a contest for all of you, a take-home project for all of you, where you can upload, you can work on the project, and you can upload your own New Year's and Christmas themed three-dimensional project and upload it to our Facebook community and win some prizes. So we have a lot in store for you. Without further ado, I'm going to start a screen share where I'll introduce you to our very first part of this Camp K12 TV episode, which is coding our very own 3D game. So let me go ahead and start my screen share. Here we are, and let me just share this guy. So guys, what we're going to build today is a game, but also a New Year or Christmas greeting card. As you can see here, there is, let me turn on my laser pointer. This says Merry Christmas right here. It's a text in a three-dimensional environment, which is themed like a Christmas, New Year's Eve winter village. Here I have written, it's my project. I want you to write your own text here. I've written from Anshul and his family. I want you to write your own name and from your own family. And the game that we're creating here is collect as many presents as you can. So we are going to be a character in a 3D world. My world here looks like a village. Your world can look like anything you want. And we're going to build it together. And then whatever we don't finish, I'm going to give you as a challenge problem and announce a contest for whoever submits the best projects and gets the most votes on their three-dimensional Christmas, New Year's greetings in the 3D world. So this is going to be the first project, and then we'll announce a take-home challenge. Let me stop the screen share and switch to HatchXR. Guys, for this coding assignment, we are going to be using Camp K12's very own coding platform called HatchXR. And let me switch to this guy. Here we are. Oops, you can't see it yet because I'm still sharing my PowerPoint screen. Let me stop sharing that and share my browser window. One moment. Share browser. All right. You guys should be able to see the browser window here. Let me just resize it. HatchXR is Camp K12's very own coding platform. You can go to it at hatchxr.com. The link to this should be provided in the YouTube video that you're watching right below it. So check the YouTube video description. You will see a hatchxr.com link. This is Camp K12's coding platform. And unlike Scratch and unlike App Inventor or Thunkable or Code.org or any other platforms you use, Hatch lets you code your own three-dimensional AR and VR experiences in minutes. And we're going to do that today. Some of you who are already part of the Camp K12 family, learning with us, have done this in your curriculum. We're going to make a three-dimensional New Year's and Christmas greeting card. So I'm going to click the Start Building button. And guys, we're going to go fast because we have so much to cover. We have so much to cover, but you can watch this video again afterwards and see how we did these steps when you are working on your own challenge problem and your own assignment. My goal today is to create a winter wonderland or a winter scene. And in that scene to have a player that moves around and a player that can collect presents and keep track of a score or a number of presents collected. I want to have some text at the top making this look like my 3D world, and I'm going to say Merry Christmas because today, guys, is Christmas. Thank you all for being here on the evening of Christmas. I know you're taking out time from many other things you could be doing, and we really appreciate the time we're getting to spend with you. So this is going to be my world, and I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what I'm doing as I do it. HatchXR is a 3D environment. There's a camera. The camera is the eyes through which I see the world. If I go to play right now, you will see that I'm seeing the whole world through the camera's eyes. I can move the camera. This is my world, guys. I'm going to quickly customize it. So let's start by adding the text. I want to add the 3D text which says Merry Christmas. I'm going to start with that. Here we are. Merry Christmas. I have some text. Let's make it reddish. We go down here, and I'm going to change the color. This is called the material in three-dimensional programs. These are known as materials. So here's a 3D text. We'll make it glow later on. So here's my Merry Christmas text. I'm going to add one more text. Guys, you can either go here, click it again, or you can right-click this, and you can say clone. It's a convenient feature. If you position something, clone is much faster to be able to derive from that for your second one. So this one I'm going to say from Anshul. All right, I want to change the font. I'm going to go with lobster. There we go. And I'm going to change the color. Let me go with something bluish. That's fine. We can change colors over time. There we go. Now quickly, let's make this a winter wonderland. The fastest way we can do that, guys, is to add some snow. Check this out. Environments. You have all these particle effects. You have rain, you have snow. I'm going to add snow. And before I play that for you, I'm also going to change my ground. It's right now got this grid, which doesn't look anything like a winter wonderland. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to take this grid, set the grid to none. I'm going to change the texture to Walker noise, which takes two colors, color 1 and color 2, that you can see here, and generates a texture map from those two colors, and we can make this look like snow by just choosing a whitish color. It already looks like a mix of mud and snow. Let me change the second one to also be a little whitish. There we go. White and gray, how about that? White and gray. Boom. It actually looks like the moon right now. Here. We'll go with that for now. Now, I want a winter wonderland, so I also need a sky. So I go back to environments, and I need a lighter sky, because I want it to be I want it to look like we're in the North Pole here. So I'm going to add a sky. It's called a gradient sky. By default, it's got this gradient, which is blue to red. I'm going to change the middle color, which is the horizon color of this sky. It's a 3-color gradient, to something light. Okay. Oops. Let's make it whitish. Now let's make the top of the sky, you see here, let's make it reddish. Actually, this color that's there right now is pretty cool. I'll just make that a little less red, but it's pretty cool. Here we go, a little less red, and I have this. I'm going to add some fog. So you can click Special Effects, FX, and add some fog. You can click the fog here. You can change the color of the fog to white. There we go. And let's make it exponential. And let's make it zero. Save and exit. Boom. I've added some fog. I'm going to make the ground be a little hilly. So let's go to ground, and let's find the option for flat versus hills. There we go. There's some snow here. I now have something that looks more like a winter wonderland. I'm going to make it be jaggedy and not smooth, because that looks more like a game. There we go. Here's my winter wonderland. Now let's check it out. Let's play what we've created. So we haven't coded yet. We're designing. Here we are. So you now see the snow falling. If I look around, you see that it's red on the top, and I have my text. Now, I think it's time to start arranging a few more elements to make this look like a video game. A video game needs to have a player, a character that runs around. Hatch lets you do that with a built-in physics engine and a built-in avatar system. So I'm going to show you how to add a player. And then we're going to also start coding and adding some 3D models of Santa, maybe some reindeer, maybe some gift boxes, and then we start coding it so that my player can collect those gift boxes. I'm going to design, and the very first thing I want to do is add a Christmas themed avatar. So, believe it or not, Hatch actually has this thing called player avatars. So you can go here. It has 4 built-in avatars. I'm going to go with the Minecraft avatar, but I'm not going to use the default Steve skin. I'm going to use the Christmas skin because it's Christmas. Now, you notice the camera is literally on the player. I don't want that because then I won't be able to see the player. So I drag the camera back a little bit in the Z direction. The Z is the forward and back direction. When I do this, I can now look at my player from behind as it walks around. This is my player. Right now, the player is not walking. There's no animations on it. It's simply flying through stuff. That's because the motion mode of this player is set to free motion. And I'm going to show you that right now. This player right now is set to free motion. That's the player motion mode. When you select player from the left, I'm going to change it to collide with surfaces and then check out the magic that happens. So the gravity for the player is going to be 9.8 meters per second squared. Angular speed is configured here. You can configure all of these things. Jump speed, enable multi-jumps. If I want to, I can check here, but let's check this out. So I've designed a 3D world. Now my Christmas player is walking, and I can jump around and collide with things. You see this? Let's make this a little more Christmassy, guys. Let's add a Christmas tree. Let's add Santa. Let's add some reindeer. So we're still in the design mode because when you're making a game, you want to set up your design and then start coding it. There we are. 3D models. Let's add some animated Santas. Let's check out Sketchfab and search Santa. And check this animated box. Santa salsa dancing, hip-hop dancing. There are some dancing Santas. Let's take one hip-hop dancing Santa and let's take one salsa dancing Santa. And we will just check out what happens here. We'll also add some reindeer while we're at it. Reindeer. Here's a low poly reindeer, which is animated. I'm going to teach you guys how to take an animated model from the internet. With one click, add it to your scene, and then let the animations of it play. So here's the reindeer, quickly arranging it. Let it be there. These Santas, they both look the same, but they're actually not. They have different dance movements, I'm guessing. Here we are. This Santa can go here, move him to the ground, boom, move this Santa and stay there, move him to the ground. I'll move my text a bit, I'll move it up. And let's add some glow on this guy, on the text. And emissive is the glow. So let's add some reddish glow. There we go, so much better. On this one as well. Emissive, let's make this a different color. There. Merry Christmas from Anshul. The red-green color theme kind of works because it's Christmas. In fact, let me make the ground also be a little greenish. As you guys start doing 3D design and game development, your eye will start picking up these nuances on how you can build better UI for your games. So let's make the other color for the ground be a little greenish. Let's fine. Sorry. For now, let me go with that. I have this red and green theme. I have my Santas and I have my reindeers. Now, guys, anytime you add an animated model, you select it, you will see the built-in animations in that model. You can change the static pose, which is the non-animated pose of that object, and see what options are available. These are models from the internet, so whoever created this one created an animation called K12 I'm going to set that. I'm going to set this one, and for this one as well. Here we go. Now let's go back to play. So here's my winter wonderland. This guy is a little above the ground, but he's dancing. You see that? He's doing salsa. The hip-hop Santa is doing, I guess that's hip-hop, guys. I guess that's hip-hop, but I think that our audience today can probably do hip-hop better than this Santa is. That's okay. We have our reindeer, we have our Santas. It's looking a little more Christmassy. I think the only thing we're missing is a Christmas tree and some presents. And then we can start coding my Christmas character to collect those presents. So let's go ahead and do that. Environments, 3D models. Let's search for presents first. Present. I'm going to add 2 presents. Coincidentally, it says Xmas gift. I'm going to go with present 1 and present 2. Okay? Present 1 and present 2. One is red, one is green. And I'll search for a Christmas tree. Pine tree. Let's go with the pine tree. All right. I think I've done all the designing I want to do now. I'm just going to scale this up. Scaling this, placing it on the ground, placing these gifts on the ground as well. There you go. This gift, let's move it here. Boom. And guys, let's get rid of the ball and let's get rid of the cylinder, and we can treat this box as a gift as well. It's a primitive shape. We can keep it colorful, purple. There we go. The box is a gift as well. So we have 3 gifts. Okay, I'm going to call this box. Box is called box. I'm going to call present 1. I'm renaming it to gift 1, and I'm calling present 2 gift 2. And I'm doing this just to show you how to rename your objects. Gift, because when we use it in code, we need this. So I have gift 1, gift 2, gift, and then box. These are my gifts. Now, guys, I need to keep track of score. So my game UI needs to have some text that keeps track of how many gifts I've collected. So I'm quickly adding this time a 2-dimensional text. And this is a very interesting trick you guys should pay attention to when you're making games on a 3D system or on Hatch. This text needs to move with me. This text is going to look wherever I look. It's going to be on top of my avatar. So this is my avatar. I want this text to be on top of my avatar. So what I'm going to do is take this text and add this text inside the player the same way the avatar is inside the player. If you open up player, you notice the avatar is inside the player. I'm going to move this text. Where did it go? Here. Where is the text? This one. Text. There it is. I'm going to call it score text. Otherwise, I'm losing track of it. Score text. And move it inside player. Boom. So now it's inside player. I need to position it at the same place where my avatar is. My avatar is at the position 0, 0, 0. So let's move the text to the same position except slightly above the player. So we'll go 0 and we'll say 1.98 is fine and 0. So now it's above. I can move it here. So notice now it's at the same plane as the player is. It'll be directly above and it'll move with the player. It's inside the player. So it's going to move with the player. I'm going to make this text blue white. And I'm going to set the text to collected, or we'll call it presents collected, 0 initially. All right? This is my game UI. And now it's time to quickly code it up. So I'm going to go to code and check out what we have. Right now there are no scripts. It says write your code below this line. But I have dancing Santas, I have a Christmas tree. This presents collected text is a little too wide, so let me change it to being just presents or gifts. Text, school text. All right, here we go. Back we go. Now, I want to teach you guys a function or a feature of this platform, Hatch, but it's a feature of every 3D game development platform and every physics system out there, and any game development system out there, and it's called collision detection. Collision detection is a set of code that allows you to fire an event when one object collides with another object. The collision I care about in this case is this collision happening right here. My Christmas girl is clashing with the box. When my Christmas girl clashes with the box, I want to increment, which means increase by 1, my present's score, and then make that box or that present go in a different location so that this is a game that whomever I share this Christmas greeting with can keep playing endlessly. So that requires collision detection. In Hatch, the way you check out the collision detection functions is you can look at player. There's a lot of functions here, might look overwhelming, so just start typing what you're looking for. Collision. You can detect collisions with. When I click this, it's going to paste for me the basic code that's required for collision detection in this kind of game system and an example of how you check collision. So if I close this, right now by default it says detect collision with box and cylinder. We've deleted the cylinder. We don't need cylinder, but the box is still there. And so is gift 1 and gift 2. 1, gift 2. This right here, guys, is a list of 3 objects. You guys were asking in the chat threads on YouTube Live earlier, what is an array? Well, this is an array. It's a list. Box, gift 1, gift 2 are in the same list. When I put this list inside this, passing it as a parameter into the function called detect collisions with, what this tells the internal code that's running is I want to detect collisions with box. I also want to detect collisions with gift 1. I also want to detect collisions with gift 2. How do we know that's working? Hatch has a cool feature called log. You can at any point in time say hatch.log collision detected to check anything you want in your code. And I do this all the time when I'm coding. I love to keep printing statements at different parts of my code to see that it's working. So when I run this script, guys, let's check out what happens. This is the console here, over here. When I go here, I'm going to collide. Boom. You just see collision detected showed up. Boom. Collision detected showed up. What happens if I collide with this? Oh, no collision detected yet. I can tell you why that is. This is a 3D model from the internet. It's going to take a couple of seconds before the collisions start detecting with this. There we go. Now it's detecting. When you load a big model from the internet, our collision detection system takes some time to trace all of the edges of that and to start detecting collisions. The box is a primitive shape, so it's instant. Now I have collisions being detected with all of these. I need to increase my score by 1. So let me go ahead and implement that logic. When collision is detected, guys, we need a variable to keep track of the score. Var score equals 0. In JavaScript, you declare a variable by saying var. You initialize a variable with an equal to, and you put the value of the variable right after it. So you've just set the score to 0. Each time collision happens, this part should be really easy. Score equals score plus 1. The shorthand notation for doing that in most programming languages is a plus plus operator. Score plus plus. And this is what I mean by increment. It's the same thing, okay? Score plus plus increases the score by 1. Now, this won't do anything in my game, guys. because I need to now render that score to the screen because this is a UI. And in my UI, I have a score text. And I have to set the text of that score text every time my internal in-memory variable value changes. So here we go, score text dot, let's find set text. There it is. Score text dot set text. No, I don't want to set to mushroom. Mushroom is the example value. I want to set it to presents plus, this is called string concatenation. I'm concatenating the string presence with the integer equivalent of score, and together the two create a string which will be rendered on my screen. Here it is. Let's just check this out. Run script. Here we go. Presence 1, presence 2, presence 3, presence 4. That was easy. Now, how do we make this game way more fun with very little code? I think every time we hit the present, we move it to a different location. Here I'm going to go back to what I taught you guys during the Diwali TV episode. In the Diwali TV episode, we learned how to generate random numbers. We learned how to use those random numbers to set the position of an object. In this case, I want to move the objects along the X and Z plane. X is left and right, Z is forward and back, Y is up and down. I want to only move them in the X and Z plane. I don't want to move them in the Y plane. So what I need to do here, guys, is write some code to move the object. So let's go ahead and make a separate function. You remember this from last time. When you want to be clean in your code, you start taking code that you'll be reusing again and again. This is code I'm going to reuse for the box. It's code I'm going to reuse for the gift 1 and for gift 2. So I'm going to make a function out of it. Function move present. Move present, which present is a object I pass into it. Now what happens in this? I want to move the present called which present to a different location. So the first thing I need to do is generate random numbers for X and random numbers for Z. Var ran X, var, let's just do it in one. By the way, let me zoom in so that you guys can see the code clearly. Here we are. Rand X, rand Z. I'm declaring the variables, I'm not initializing them. I initialize them in the function. Rand X equal to something and rand Z equal to something. We'll fill that in later. Which present dot set X, rand X, which present dot set Z, rand Z. All right. Now, this code, what it does is it initializes the variable for rand X, rand Z, and then it applies that X value to the X position of which present, and applies that. Now, if I just say here, move present, and which present do I move? Well, it could have been any of these, right? So hatch gives you it passes the which object did I collide with as a parameter into this function. So I can just take this collided object and say move present collided object, which is in English, what that means is move the present that is represented by this object called collided object. And the collided object is going to be one of these, box, gift 1 or gift 2, depending on which object I collided with. Hatch figures that out and passes that to you in this function. Okay, this is called an anonymous function, and you're passing the object you collided with as a parameter into that. So here we are, move present collided object. And guys, this is the last step. I need to now choose a random position to move it to. So I'm going to go to math, and I'm going to say get random number, and I'm going to move it between -15 and 15. There we are. Hatch.get, again, random number, -15 and 15. Let's see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and run the code. We did this really quickly, but you can watch this again, and I've tried to be very clear with the logic that I'm implementing. Here's my game. Let's see what happens. Boom, it vanished. Where did it vanish? It vanished over there. Let me go again. Boom, it vanished. It's over there. Let's see what happens when I collide with these guys. Oh, the collisions are still not detecting. Very soon they will. Boom, not yet. Very soon the gifts will start detecting. There we go. Now they're detecting as well. There we go. Every time I collide, it's gonna, boom, move to a different place. So now I have built my own project very quickly where I'm playing a game and I can collide with the presents, but I can't collide with the reindeer. Nothing happens when I collide with the reindeer. Nothing happens when I collide with dancing Santa because we did not detect collisions with them. All right? We detected collisions with this guy. Now, in the interest of time, guys, I'm going to pause here and we're going to publish this. I'm going to show you how to publish a project because when I give you a challenge project and when I ask you to upload it and I'm going to pick 10 winners out of all of you that upload it, this is a very important step. If you can't publish your project, you won't know how to share it and get votes for it. So I'm deleting the log code, clearing it. I'm rearranging my Zoom window. Now I'm going to click publish here. I'm already logged in, guys. This is my account. If you are not logged in, you can create an account. We won't show you how to do that, self-explanatory. Publish. Let's give this a name. It's called Christmas Game V1. And that's just the name for my game. You call it whatever you want, right? Or I'm going to call it Anshul's Christmas Game. How about that? Hey guys, Merry Christmas. Camp K12 TV rocks. All right? Publish it, and it tells you that you're going to generate a unique link after you publish it, right here. I'm going to publish, and let's see what happens. So guys, we have a QR code now. Now let's just check out what happens when you scan the QR code. Every project you build on Hatch is super easy to bring into your phone as a 3D mobile app, and in the future as an augmented reality app as well. I'm just scanning my QR code, and let's see what's happening, guys. My phone is showing me that a Hatch scene is loading. Hatch scene is loading. It's asking me to allow permissions to move and detect motion. Allow. Here we are. I'm looking around my world now. Where are the gifts? The gifts are on the other side. There they are, right? And there's a joystick here, and there's a jump button here. You can play this game on a phone, guys. You can even play it in horizontal mode. Oops. Look at that. And it's got motion sensors. The beauty of Hatch is it's so easy to create 3D VR apps as a greeting card. I can send this to anyone in WhatsApp. I can send this to anyone on Facebook. And when they click it, whether they're on their phone, whether they're on their laptop, they're on their iPad, on their Android tablet, they can open it and they can run it. So that's the beauty of Hatch, and our engineering team worked really hard to make that feature possible for you. So we have just created a project. I'm going to stop sharing this and go back to the slides that I was sharing. And I'm going to announce what happens next, because I want you to now take it from here and build something in your own mind. So let me stop this share and share my screen. Niharika, if there's any questions you want me to answer quickly, I'm happy to. Otherwise, we'll do it at the end.
No. Let's do it at the end. And
so back to screen sharing.
Yes. Also, I've heard that we also you also have a video, if you want, which I have also shared with you.
Okay. You shared it with me? Perfect. On Zoom?
On WhatsApp.
Okay, got it. I'll check it out.
Okay.
So here we are, guys. This is the next step. Now, this is Niharika's project. What Niharika did is she took the same concept, which was the 3D game that we just created. I created a 3D game, but you can also make a 3D greeting card where you can animate the Santa, you can animate the reindeer, you can make a sleigh fly across the scene. It is your turn, guys. We just did this together. And by the way, this is my scene. I created this. I didn't get a chance to show it to you. Maybe I will in a minute. But yeah, why don't I show this to you in a minute? I'll show it after this. Here's the next step. It's your turn to do this as a take-home project, and I want you to create your own 3D greeting card or game. It could be themed around Christmas, or it could be themed around New Year's Eve. And I want this to be a greeting from you and your family to the rest of the world, because you're going to publish it on social media, and your family is actually going to use it this year, when they share with their family members. This time, every friend of yours is going to get a 3D greeting card or a game created by you. The top 10 projects based on upvotes on Facebook, and I'll explain this. The top 10 projects, guys, are going to get a very special prize. Let me explain that prize, and we'll come back to this. The top 10 projects for this 3D greeting card by votes are going to get a free scholarship, 100% scholarship, to something called the Camp K12 Winter Camp, which is a set of 8 master classes. Niharika is a master teacher in this winter camp. I'm a master teacher in this winter camp. I'm teaching a 3D coding and robotics class. I'm actually teaching how to make a drone simulator, a drone flight simulator. This is a real screenshot from my project that I'll be teaching, and how to use math and physics to make this fly around a mountainous valley kind of world like this. For the younger kids, so for the older kids, I'm going to be teaching using JavaScript. Younger kids using blocks. We're going to make a scene with buildings where the ocean is rising and the buildings are submerging under the ocean. And there's a UFO that you get to code, and a drone you get to code, and a robot that jumps around and does parkour in that building scene. Okay, these are the 2 projects I'm teaching in these master classes. So I'm going to again turn on my laser pointer and check this out. Tomorrow, Saturday, December 26th, Niharika is teaching reading and storytelling to students in grades 1 to 2 and 3 to 5. We have another master teacher named Shelly, who is an MBA from Wharton and has done 15 plus national debates, a national debate champion teaching creative writing, and then debating later on. We have a master chess player teaching chess on Monday. Guys, my coding class is on Tuesday and again on Sunday. We have 8 master classes happening. Now this is not actually a free camp, but the 10 top projects submissions for this project will be getting a full 100% scholarship. Now, these master classes they actually start tomorrow, but we realize we're having this TV episode today, so we're giving you a full 24 hours, guys. Full 24 hours means tomorrow at 8 p.m. we are going to close the contest. So how do you win? The next step is you take the example project we're going to post on Facebook after this, or you build your own. You can code your own New Year's card or game using Hatch. You can post your project link, screenshot, and description on the Camp K12 online community Facebook group. The link to this Facebook group, guys, is in the video description, on the YouTube video description. You get votes. You guys are experts at getting votes now because you just did it for Unocoder. You get votes from your friends and family on your Facebook post. The top 10 votes are going to get a full scholarship to these 8 master classes happening over the next 8 days. All right? Voting closes in 24 hours, so that's 8 p.m. on December 26th. Top 10 projects get a free scholarship to all master classes in winter camp. You can use HatchXR, the adults version, the older kids version, which is HatchXR.com. The link to that should be in the YouTube video. Or you can, if you like block space coding and you're better at it, you can use block space coding. Unlike Scratch, unlike a lot of other platforms, Hatch supports both. You can use block space coding, or you can use text space coding. So text space coding, use HatchXR.com. Block space coding, use kids.hatchxr.com. Which Facebook group? The link is in the video. This is the group. It'll look like this. It's called the Camp K12 Online Community. You have to take your project, and I'll show you how. This is how you post like a boss on Facebook. These are 3 people who posted in the last couple of days their 3D projects from Hatch. You can see a superhero Avengers scene that got 126 upvotes. Had this been a competition, this person would have won. Deepika Jain. And I'll tell you what, guys, here's a hint. If you tag other people in your post, it just amplifies the reach. So this person tagged 12 other people, got 126 upvotes to the Hatch project. Notice that she pasted her Hatch link that Hatch gives her over here. Then she had a text description, and a snapshot. This person, same thing. Hatch link here, the image, and the description in text. Same thing here. So these are 3 examples of posts that have been already happening by other parents even before we announced this contest for their other projects on the Facebook community. And that is how you win. All right? Now, Niharika tells me she sent me a video for our product launch. Is that right, Niharika?
Yes, but Anshul, I just wanted to sort of budge in and change the order a bit because
Sure.
our winners from Unocoder are like really excited and are waiting to meet you, and they have been constantly pinging me, and obviously they want to connect
Let's
with
do
you.
it.
Yes, so
Let's do it.
so I'm going to invite them over to our TV. And while they are joining, I have a few questions that we can probably take up because there are like so many questions coming up. Maybe 1 or 2 we can just do it. So I actually would like to first of all thank you everyone for all the questions, and let's get you the Unocoder winners to join because I know everyone's excited to see who are they and what are they going to win. And while they are joining, so Anshul, just wanted to first mention a comment. We have a comment from one of the campers, Vasuki, and she says, like IITians proudly say that we are IITians, I can say that I am a proud camper. And like she mentioned specifically that hey, you know what, just can you just tell everyone about it, and that was very sweet, I felt. So
That's very
just
sweet. Thank you for that.
yeah.
Thank you for that.
So
Very happy to have you as part of this community.
So that's something. And Vishwant, who's one of our very active TV member, is just asking that it's very difficult for me to code. It takes time. So is it okay if I just design the scene and submit the assignment on Facebook community? Will it be fine?
Absolutely, guys. There are no rules when you are coding your own games. Do whatever comes to your mind. And you might think that coding is difficult for you, but in the process of designing it, you're going to get an idea, and you're going to try something out, and it might just work. And that moment is going to change your life.
Yeah.
That's like the beginnings of your coder journey. So you can absolutely, you can submit a design.
And you can
I
just
would challenge
design.
you.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
can just design and he can submit it tonight, and then later you can keep updating your project link, and then you can keep tagging people, so you'll get more and more votes because you
Sure.
have till tomorrow.
Sure.
So yeah, you should do that definitely. So awesome. So we have these members here, guys.
Oh, great.
Yes. So guys, welcome. I request you guys to turn on your webcams. Can we see all of your faces? Hi.
Hey guys.
Hi Vaibhav. Oh my
Our young,
god, you are hi Akash. Hi, hello everyone.
Hello, ma'am. Our young champions. Hey guys. Hello, ma'am. Good evening. Hello.
Hi Vaibhav. Can you
Good
hear
evening, sir.
us?
Good evening, Akash.
Good evening. Good evening, Riyanshi. I think Vaibhav's mic.
Mic is not working, but
Mhm.
hey, Weber, we see you. We see you, man. Congratulations. It's a very nice photo of you. Looks like you just won a fashion show as well. Not only did you win Unocoder, but you also won a fashion show. So congratulations. So, guys, I think we should give a big round of applause to our Unocoder champions. Round of applause. Just setting the scene. Let me set the scene for you guys. Over the last few days, we had this contest running on the Camp K12 community called the Unocoder contest. Now, Uno in Spanish means one. There's only one Unocoder. In this case, we have our three Unocoders who submitted projects. You were allowed to submit any project in any category. Akash submitted in AI machine learning. Riyanshi submitted a game development project built on Scratch. And Vaibhav, a young champion here, submitted also a game built on Scratch. And Akash was our gold winner, our first prize winner. Riyanshi was our second prize winner, and Vaibhav was our third prize winner. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I know that the competition was very close between, I think, number one and number two. I don't have the number in front of me, but Niharika, you might have it. It was very close between you guys, and I saw the leaderboard so dynamic
Yeah.
in those last few days. It was changing. So congratulations to all of you on submitting.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I have actually taken the liberty of checking out your projects and playing them and taking screenshots of them, and so I'd like to share those with our audience today. So we'll go with we'll go with Akash first. Akash, congratulations! This is your certificate. It'll also be sent to you, and you created an AI project. Why don't you describe your AI project? Here's a screenshot of your AI project.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I think there's a lag. So Akash, I'll continue in the interest of time. So Akash built a palindrome checker chatbot using AI Playground, which is Camp K12's AI coding platform. And a palindrome is a word that is the same forward and backward. And using code to check that is not a trivial task. And he coded that and then presented it as a chatbot interface. You type in different words, it tells you if it is a palindrome or not. Congratulations on garnering, I think, some 1,800 something of votes as well on your project. You're also a popular man. So congratulations on that.
Thank you so much, sir.
Amazing, Akash.
Next up, we have Riyanshi. Riyanshi, congratulations on the second position you got. I played your game, and it was a very long and like very well thought out game. There was so much content you created.
Yeah.
Guys, for those who haven't played it, check it out on Camp K12's projects page. It's the second project you'll see there. And she's got, when you load the project, you can see game or activities. I'll turn on my laser pointer again. You can see game or activities. And if you do game, there's a game with multiple levels. If you do activities, there music, ghost, riddle, you can choose any of them. And basically, she's built a tree of options. You can play games, you can do activities. Within activities, there are 3 options. Within those 3 options, there are many things. So you did a lot of work on this, Priyanshi, and you very much deserve this win. Congratulations. You're on mute, but we could lip read, as you said. Thank you, sir. So you're very welcome. It's our pleasure. Thank you. Congratulations. Round of applause to both of you so far.
I like how
Last
Vaibhav
but
is also.
definitely not least, we have our youngest coder out of this lot. Vaibhav built a Scratch game where a swimmer has to swim from one side to the other side without hitting the bottom. Is that right, Vaibhav? Thumbs up if it is. We can't hear you, but we recognize the gesture. Do a thumbs up, man. Yes, nice. Congratulations, Abo. This was a very fun game to play, and you got a ton of votes from all your friends and remarkable achievement. I'm very impressed that we had such a diversity of winners, one from grade 12, one from grade 5, one from grade 3. Truly a reflection of the kind of community that this is, right? Camp K12 is called Camp K12, guys, because we are building an online school for the entire K12, kindergarten through 12th age group, right? Nobody's too young and nobody's too old. So this is a true reflection of that. Congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations, guys, and it's great how you guys actually created the projects and also, I would say, spread around the importance of coding and your liking for coding. And I'm sure so many of your friends would now be curious and would want to recreate what you have created. So, yeah.
मैम एक बारी वो सर्टिफिकेट दोबारा से शो कर दोगे?
Yes, Akash, you'll also get it. Don't worry.
I will go ahead. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a proud achievement. All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
No problem, Akash. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Niharika, shall we move on to our next agenda item?
Yes, definitely. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. And everyone congratulates you, I'm sure, on the comments, and everyone's also congratulating on the app. So thank you so much for joining us, guys. We will share your certificates and also your amazing, amazing prizes. You have won great prizes from Camp K12. So we are going to share it with you guys soon. The team will connect with you. And let's just all clap for each other and give nice thumbs up. So we can, yes. And hang in there, guys, for the next segment because you'll love it. So thank you, guys. Have a great evening and Merry Christmas.
Same to you, ma'am.
Same to you, ma'am.
Awesome. Bye, guys.
Bye,
Bye, guys. Congratulations.
Bye.
All right. Niharika, I've just loaded the video that you told me we have received, huh?
Yes.
All right. Let me show that. So, guys, let me set the context and then I'm going to show that video. You guys know about Hatch. Hatch is this coding platform that lets any age group, kindergarten through 12, build 3D virtual reality games. It is a full workspace where you can build anything you can imagine. What we're launching today is a very special new direction for that Hatch platform called Hour of Code. Hour of Code is a self-paced coding environment. And I'm going to just share some slides, and then I'm going to show you the video that our team has prepared. They just sent it to me a few minutes back, so I haven't even seen the video. And we'll all be watching it together, and fingers crossed that it's going to be amazing. But first, let me share the slides with you. Finding my slides, give me a moment. So here we are, guys. This is what I'm about to show you. Can you guys see it? Thumbs up if you can, Niharika. Niharika, can you see it?
Yes, we can, Anshul.
Right. So guys, this is a 10-level self-paced coding course where in level 1 through level 10, you build your own 3D Mario game. Build a 3D Mario game using what you've learned and share with your friends. This step is locked because you have to code the first step first. This is how it works. You start with a very simple version of Mario, where the Mario just has to collect one coin. I'll share my laser pointer. Where Mario just has to traverse this path using code that you write, and you write it using blocks, okay? And you can always view the script that you're writing behind the scenes. You start with this simple level, then it becomes trickier and trickier. So this is a more tricky level where you have to find a way to navigate this maze. Then this world starts looking a bit more like the Mario world, and you can build this completely on your own at maximum. It'll take you 60 minutes. You might, if you're very good with your logic, might be able to finish it in maybe 5-10 minutes if you're super advanced. But let's have a look at the video, guys, that our team has created. And again, I'm going to be watching this with you all for the very first time. So let's see how it goes. One moment.
The one which I've shared with you.
Yeah, the one on you shared on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the one you shared?
Yeah, the one which I shared with you.
Okay, all right. Let me just make sure I'm playing the right one. One moment. Yeah, I'm playing the same one. All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
Anshul, the voice is not.
Sorry?
The voice isn't audible. Sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
How do I fix that? I don't know how to
Um.
fix that. I'm gonna stop the share and I'm going to go to
Yeah. Come to Zoom and just try the settings.
yeah. Let me try it through PowerPoint. Is my voice audible now?
Yeah. Your voice is audible. The video's background voice wasn't.
That's I don't understand. Let me actually play a video I've embedded in my slides and let's see if that works.
Sure.
Can you see my slides, Niharika?
Yes, we can.
Let's see if this works. Tell me if this works.
Okay.
You hear it?
Yeah, we can.
This is my favorite part. You can customize your Mario game to look like anything. You can share, you can get a certificate. And that's the URL, guys, code.hatchxr.com. Let me quickly share that and show you what it looks like. When you go to code.hatchxr.com, you're going to see this. Loading. Here it is. This is code.hatchxr.com. Mario soundtrack. I don't want it right now. Here it is. You can see your 3D world. Start coding. First level is super easy. I'll let you guys play with this on your own. But you have to solve this level and build all the way up to level 10. And level 10 is this one. It's got far more advanced features that you'll have to code. There's a mushroom, there's coins, there's diamonds, there are holes in the middle where you can fall into the ocean. And this is a self-paced experience. So you can code your very own 3D Mario game in less than 60 minutes. And this is the very first hour of code that we have launched. Many more to come for games like Flappy Bird, for virtual reality experiences, augmented reality experiences. Now you'll be able to learn in a self-paced way on your own time and upload these projects to your profile, get the certificates for each of the projects, and show them to your friends and invite them to play your game. So that's the new launch for you guys. Congratulations to the product team at K12, and we would love your feedback. So feel free to share with us on Discord any feedback you have. I think kids, you are on Discord as community members. Feel free to share that feedback with us. All right, very last part of this special event that we have for you is the question and answer.
Yes.
So I'm here and I'm very happy to be here and happy to answer questions that you guys have.
And I'm really excited because since then
After
I'm
the
just.
questions, go ahead, you first.
No, say it's okay.
After the questions, I want to end with some reminders for students on how to upload their project to participate in the contest.
Yes. So I'm really excited because they're like so many questions, and I've been going through them as you were,
Trying to figure out
launching.
which one.
Yeah. But in the interest of time, I'm going to ask like top 3-4 questions. And some questions are really cute because, well, we have a question which is from Mayank Vardhan, who is in grade 8. And it's like such a simple question, but even I am curious, Anshul. He just says, which programming languages do you know? And even I'm
Which
actually
programming
curious.
languages?
Yeah, because that's like going to be a huge list. So I'm
Mayank Vardhan, that is a very difficult question because at different times in my life, I have known different programming languages. In the same way, at different times in my life, I have known different spoken languages. At the end of the day, it's all one language that I like to describe as coding and as a way of thinking. So in one way to answer your question is I only know one language and it's called coding. And with coding, I can use Python, I can use JavaScript, I can use anything. Other way to answer the question, it is very difficult for me. I think I'll tell you what I started with. I started with HTML. I started with HTML because I found a book on web development, and I started making my own website. That was my very first thing I coded. After that, I got addicted to Java. It was a programming language used a lot more 10 years ago and not as much today. But Java was my first love in the sense that I would code games after my school hour. I'd come back from school and I would code my own games, mostly 2D games, but like as advanced as I could make them using Java. And then I've done C++, C Sharp. I've done all the web scripting languages. I think that happens when you work at big tech companies like at Google, Microsoft, Apple. I worked on a different language at each of those companies. In my own personal projects, I worked on different languages. Hatch is built on JavaScript, HTML, CSS at its core. The Camp K12 platform is built on JavaScript mostly, front end and back end. And the mobile app of Camp K12 is built using native iOS and Android code. So Java for Android and Objective-C or Cocoa for iOS.
That's nice. Before we move on, there are a lot of kids who are commenting on chat, Anshul, that they wanted to link to your project. So while I'm asking questions, can you share the link with the team so they can quickly put it up on the YouTube chat?
Yeah, can I share it with you on Zoom?
No.
Or you want me to share directly with the team?
Yeah, you can share with the team so they can put it up on the chat. Okay, great. And while you're doing it, so we have a question from Shreyansh Jain, who is asking, from which language can I make my own website and host it? Like, I think the question means what languages do I need to learn, or how do I make my website and host it?
How do I make my own website and host it? That's the question?
Yes.
Okay, got it. I was just getting carried away because I was sending the link to our team, but I've done it.
Yeah.
So guys, to build a website, you have many options for the backend language, and you have a smaller set of options for the front-end language. A website is always built on the front end in a language that the browser, which is Chrome, Firefox, and there are other browsers, Safari, and many others. The front end of the website has to be coded in a language that the browser understands. So your options there are JavaScript, HTML, CSS. You will use all three of them to make your website. On the back end, you have many options. You could use Python. You could use a version of JavaScript called Node.js. And there are just so many. Like every big tech company out there uses its own in the back. So don't even need to go into that list. But long story short, what you need to know at this age is the logic of programming, and the same logical concepts exist in every programming language. So no matter which language you learn, you'll be able to apply that to making many different types of projects. There's some languages that are very applicable for AI and machine learning, some language like Python, some languages that are very applicable to web development like JavaScript. And once you do the Camp K12 curriculum, for example, you get exposed to all of them. And by knowing a little bit of each of these languages, you become a master coder where you don't even have to think about which language do I use, it just comes naturally.
So there's a question which is from Gursifat Singh, who's in grade 6, and Gursifat asks, what are the different applications that you created when you were a kid? Like, what are the different projects or applications that you created when you were a kid?
Gursimran asked this? Okay. Hey Gursimran, thank you.
And grade 6 kid, so.
Takes me, you are a very advanced grade 6 kid if you're thinking about this. It's taking me down memory lane. I used to make a lot of games, as I told you. So I made one of those games you play in an arcade where you have the airplane and you like move it around and you can shoot things there, you can shoot bombs down, multiple like vertical levels, and different arrangements of enemies. So I used trigonometry to really make the enemies move in like all sorts of fun spirals. I used all sorts of animation techniques and graphics techniques to make bombs explode, to make particle effects of spaceships exploding. That was one of my early fun games. I'll tell you about another one. My math teacher was teaching math to all my classmates. It was like a mental math kind of thing. So I built a mental math game where you have a fish underwater. And I think I've seen some of you guys build this as well. You all think the same thing as this kid. Fish underwater, and a question appears on the screen. And the fish has to find the answers, and the answers are sitting down. So imagine a math equation at the top. And then you have at least 15 different plankton, which are things that fish eat. And plankton, or I don't know if fish eat them, but some sea creatures eat plankton. And so I had some sea creature, and the plankton are swimming down with the answers on them. If you get the wrong answer, your fish loses lives. If you get the right answer, your fish will get healthier and gain lives. Then I made a bunch of board games, like literally 2D board games where you play the dice and your character moves, just a digital version of the games that you could play on 2D. I made a music application for my mother who sings Hindustani classical music, which translated Saregama Pa system into Western musical notation and back,
Wow.
just so that like a violinist, I used to play violin, so a violinist could play along with the Saregama Pa system and have the notes being auto-generated. So it's kind of an AI application. And I've done one app for each of my teachers in my school days. So science teacher was teaching meiosis, mitosis, and I coded animations of how these things work using, at the time, actually using Flash and ActionScript, which is a language that is now defunct. Flash is now defunct. So yeah, different kinds of things, but
Wow.
mostly fun, creative things, not the bookish kind of stuff that is taught sometimes in the school syllabus.
Yeah, but I can see a lot of like holistic sort of thing, which also kids at Camp K12 do a lot,
Yeah.
and
So
that's actually great.
We brought that into the Camp 12
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We've actually brought that. Yeah.
Kids like Simran who are 6th grade, that's just such a better way to learn coding and learn math and learn science than traditional.
Yeah, yeah, we have everyone like I don't know. I've seen kids create solar system on 3D, or kids create the multiplication tables generator. That's like the hacky things to make their own lives
You guys make
easier.
a lot more advanced stuff. These kids make a lot more advanced stuff than I did back then. Because you have platforms like Hatch, you have platforms like AI Playground. At
Yeah.
my age, I did not know how to make an AI chatbot. I did not know how to do that. Did not know how to make a 3D simulation at all, guys. You guys are way more advanced.
Yeah. So that's like actually great how these guys. I've seen them create periodic table as well. So I think guys, it's coding is like a fun way of learning other subjects. You can if you do it right, and I think Anshul also started somewhat similar. So there's a kid, Zari Abbas Rizvi, grade 4. How cute. Okay, so Zari is asking, are you from MIT? Are you from Harvard? Where exactly are you from? So I think this is
Grade 4 kid is asking that?
yeah.
Who's the grade 4 kid asking that? What's his name?
Zari Abbas Rizvi.
Wow, you are a very precocious young mind in grade 4.
So that's like, and
So
when did
I
you start coding? So I think this is a good space where you can probably tell us a bit about your journey, Anshul, because everyone keeps hearing you're from MIT, Harvard, but I
which
think
one is it? Yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
guys, I'll tell you, academically speaking, I did 2 degrees from MIT and 1 degree from Harvard. I did an undergraduate in computer science and a master's in computer science from MIT. I have done a master's and MBA from Harvard. So technically, I've been through both institutions, but the best institution I've been a part of is Camp 12. This is the institution where I actually learned the most as well, guys. I think in the process of building this team, building this company, I've just learned a lot more than I have in the formal education system. I think that I've been lucky to be able to be a part of MIT and Harvard, and I've learned a lot from those institutions as well, built some great friends, met some great people. But my message to you, you're in grade 4, my message to you would be, the world that you're going to live in is going to be a little different than the world that Niharika and I lived in as college students, and the world that your parents lived in, and that their parents lived in. Once upon a time, where you went to college was the only thing that seemed to matter to people, right?
Yeah.
Maybe not to you and your friends, but it's the only thing that Google seemed to worry about. It's the only thing that companies seem to worry about. That has changed, and it's changing very quickly. So by the time so you're in grade 4, in 8 years you will be graduating from high school, and you'll be going to college, and you have another 3 to 5 years in college. We're talking 11 to 13, 14 years from now. This young child who's asking this question will be in a very different world where the college degrees that you have are not going to be your defining factor. They're not going to determine your success to the same extent, but the skills that you have. And that's why we built this community and Camp K12 as a school focused on skill building rather than focused on the academic sort of curriculum, because the needs of the world are different. And so I would say to all of you, don't fixate on my degree. I think that fixate on this mission that we have as a family, as a company, and as a community, which is to provide you a 21st century education,
Yes.
which I think every university would like to provide, every school would like to provide, but they can't always.
Definitely. That's nice actually, Anshul. I have a lot of like many other questions, but guys, in the interest of time, I might not get to ask all of those. A lot of you guys have been asking about how did you come up with an idea of Camp K12, how did you start coding, and why Camp K12 as a name. Guys, trust me, these questions were answered by Anshul in our Diwali episode. So I would really urge for you guys to just go and check out our Diwali episode and check out Anshul's interview there. And yep, Anshul, after your reminders for different activities, which are it's like a power pack weekend, I guess, for Camp
It
K12.
is a very action-packed weekend, guys.
Yeah.
We are working harder than ever to give you guys awesome stuff. So, reminders. Tomorrow we're launching winter camp. Niharika ma'am, I'm sure you've always wanted to learn from her, right? She's a phenomenal teacher. She's teaching a class tomorrow, and she's participating in the winter camp. Now, there are two ways to get into winter camp. You can either go sign up for the winter camp, and I'm going to ask the team to put the enrollment link for winter camp.
Yes.
And there's a fee associated with it, but you can find that on the YouTube video description. That's one way to sign up. The other way to sign up is we've announced this project where you get to build your own 3D New Year's or Christmas card/game and upload that on the Facebook community, the links to which will all be in the YouTube video. I personally, immediately after this session ends, will be going to the Facebook community and posting the links for you. All the links that you will need to sign up for winter camp, to access my project that I built on Hatch in front of you, to access where you can, the instructions. I'll actually put a PDF or a PPT there with instructions on how you can upload your project and publish your project, how you can post it on Facebook so that there are no confusion. Reminder that this is a 24-hour contest. So you should start coding it right away while it's just fresh on your mind. If you post it tonight, you'll get a lot more votes. It's as simple as that, right? So that's today, guys, and that's happening starting tomorrow, one day to go. Then, guys, a very special announcement. Camp K12 has been teaching kids to code for over 10 years. We have someone from my first batch, one of my first batches that I personally taught, Tane, and this is, here, I'll just share this with a laser pointer. Tane was a student of Camp K12 many, many years ago, back when I was teaching game development at the DPS schools in Delhi, and then it spread from there. And so Tane was one of he's an alumnus of Camp K12. He was he's the graduates of one of my classes that I took. And I came to know recently that he's back in India, and he's actually been through many different experiences. He went to St. Stephen's, decided that he wanted to take a different path for himself, so dropped out of Stephen's, switched to being a computer science student at Brown University, one of the Ivy Leagues in the US, then went to he's gotten admitted at Harvard. He hasn't yet gone there yet. And he's currently at Google as a product manager.
Wow.
Where he gets to work on a product that is impacting literally millions of people. He's working on a product for COVID relief. So Google has a whole team dedicated to helping people suffering through COVID. And he's working on that product, gets to decide what Google does for that team. He's speaking on Sunday, guys, at 11 a.m. as a Camp K12 alumnus on his coding journey, on how coding and how Camp K12 impacted his trajectory and enabled him to be the person that he is, and how coding really changed the way he thinks. So if you would like to come here from Tane, this is, we do these every month. Episode 5 of Camp K12 Talks is happening on Sunday, 11 a.m. I will also post a link to this, both in the YouTube video, as well as on Facebook when I post. All right?
Yeah, that's great
all I have
actually.
in terms of reminders.
Yeah, no, this is great. And Tanay's talk, I think all of us are very excited about because he's been a part of Camp K12. And, we should actually say my journey from Camp K12 to Google HQ. Because, like, in Delhi,
Absolutely.
he started with Camp K12 and now,
Absolutely.
yeah. So,
Absolutely. Let's see if there's a pen here. I
Yes.
can cross this out.
because that's like the actual thing, and we are very excited about it, guys. And for the winter workshops, guys, as we have told Vishwant and everyone else, don't wait to create something that you would want to take to perfection. Create your project, upload it so you can tag people can start looking at your project and liking the project, and then keep updating it. The best thing about Hatch is that once you update it, it just like gets updated on the link. So if you're sharing your link, every time people click on it, they'll get your updated version. So you don't have to worry about that. Just create a beautiful project and publish it on the community page, and join us for the winter workshop. We are excited because not only is Anshul going to take the coding sessions, but with me, many I would say expert master teachers are exploring different I would say spaces with you guys, because we believe that 21st century skills are, along with coding, there are many other 21st century skills that you guys would love to explore in your holidays, and we are providing it to you. And we already have like thousands, 2,000, 3,000, many registrations that we've got, and we are going to start with them. So guys, join soon and have fun with us. And thank you so much, Anshul, for doing this. It was a great, obviously I was expecting it to be a great thing, but today I got to see the entire TV thanks to you. And well, I'm sure I'm going to come back to you for more appearances on special occasions, because people have like so many questions and they love interacting with you.
I'm looking forward to hearing from students after this and seeing their comments. And we'll keep creating awesome content for you guys. You can rest assured of that. This is just the start. Always my pleasure to be in a session like this. I wish that I could have a live stream reading your messages as I was speaking.
Yes.
Zoom is not giving me that. I'll have to check on YouTube later. But
we'll do that, yeah. We'll manage it later, next time. Also, Anshul, all our super coders, tell everyone to like, comment, subscribe, and just, be a part of the community. So will you do it today?
Yes. If you haven't already, guys, what do you say, Niharika? Like, click, and subscribe? Click?
Yes.
Like, I don't know your phrase, but you get the point. There's a little thing below. I just subscribe to the community, and there's a lot more coming. Our community is growing super fast. Across YouTube, across Discord for you kids. There's a whole peer-to-peer community emerging where kids are asking questions and answering their own questions. And for parents, if any of you are watching this, the Facebook community is a very vibrant community right now where parents are sharing their children's projects. And if you're watching this, parents, you can really help your children get more upvotes on their projects, and it also makes them feel really good about what they're building. So please do help them out when it comes to this.
So thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Anshul. And guys, I will see you next Friday, 7 p.m. with one more super coder. And Anshul, I'm going to bring you back soon. So you can just say bye for some time.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
You. Thank you for joining on a Christmas night.